welcome back to my channel. Hey everyone, the broken-hearted homesteader here. Thank you so much for joining me today. It's been a little bit since I made a video. I think it was last week that I made the wreckage video, and to be honest, it's been a rough week. So as you saw in the last video, we had a pretty good rainstorm. It came fast with a lot of rain at once, and it basically destroyed over half of the homestead. So lots and lots of things, not just the canopy. The poles broke and lots of things, but also some of my belongings were destroyed. And so in the process of trying to clean everything up, you know, like you're kind of just sifting through what's going to be okay to save and what needs to go, and it's kind of overwhelming. It's a really crazy process, and you know, this is a learn as you go kind of lifestyle for me. I've been camping, obviously. I know how to do that, but this whole have your belongings and try to keep them safe and dry in the midst of Florida weather is a new challenge. I should mention that I started my off-grid or homesteading journey probably over a year ago, even before my open heart surgery last July, so maybe even closer to 1.5 years ago. I moved out to my porch, and so my hammock was there, and I had my air fryer to make bread, and I started that even before I had my open heart surgery. So once I decided that I was going to kind of give up the house full time and move out here, then things really got crazy, because then there's no porch, so there's no roof anymore. You're kind of do or die as far as the elements are concerned. So I didn't really do very well. You know, you think you've got things settled, and then you realize, nope, I still don't have it settled. So super thankful to my dad, who came and rescued me once again. He's amazing for doing that many times in my life. So he came up, and I wanted to show you what we ended up doing, which has me much drier. We're not all the way done yet. He's going to come back in a couple of days, and we're going to finish off what we started. But this is what we ended up doing. So let me turn the camera around and you'll be able to see. Okay, so a couple of years ago, I bought this old swing set that had been built by a man, and I found it on Facebook Marketplace. I got a really good deal on it, and so Alex, my son, and I took it all apart, and we put it in the van, and we brought it home. And now that Emma doesn't really live here, there was no point in continuing to have the swing set in the backyard doing nothing when we could be using it here. So we had to take all the bolts off and take out each 4x4 and dismantle the main beam, which, by the way, ended up coming crashing down on my back and my shoulder and the back of my neck. And then the side beam fell on my head and at the same time. But thankfully I was not injured severely, just sore and banged up. So that's what we ended up doing, is using the swing set in the middle of the living room, as you can see. And then we took a tarp and we've fastened it with S-hooks to the soffit of the house. And we got it nice and tight. And then we brought it over the swing set, and we just used pieces of wood to hold the tarp steady. So that's what I'm using right now, and we only got that much finished. So here we still have to do something. This part is pretty tight right now over the living room But as you can tell, this part is kind of still pretty disastrous. So we still have lots of water pooling here all the way along. And if we go back toward where I had the bedroom, you can see that that area is like a complete washout. It all has to be taken apart. My whole cabinet got waterlogged and then fell apart and destroyed. Yeah, just so much water back here, and it's kind of overwhelming, which is why it's a little bit of a disaster zone. So it's just kind of on hold for now. Let me swing back around. So that's where we're at right now. This part of the canopy that has been by the fridge has always stood up very, very well. And I've never had any problems, even though the cats have jumped on it. It's still holding up pretty well. And so I had to move my hammock out here. And my hammock is now kind of in the living room. And I just take my hammock off the stand. And I just set it on the side of the couch during the day so that I can still function. So as you can see, everything is in a huge mess. So my dad was here Thursday, and we worked literally from like 7 in the morning until 6 at night. Worked to get this much done. So Friday I was crazy sore. And had a pretty bad headache, so I didn't do anything on Friday. And then yesterday, I take Saturdays as my Sabbath, so I don't work on Saturdays. So I rested yesterday. I actually slept a lot yesterday. I think my body really needed it because it was a lot of hard work to get this done. So today I'm back at it, and I've managed to get some organization happening in the kitchen area now. So I've got some stuff better organized there. So I feel good about that. And I'm going to tackle the rest of all the junk in the living room today and hopefully make some progress on that before my dad comes back to do the rest of the tarping on the other side. So again, huge from the bottom of my heart, huge thank you and shout out to my dad, because I don't know what I would have done without this. Literally, he left at 6, and by 6:15 we had a torrential downpour, and I wouldn't have made it. Like, everything would have been soaked and destroyed if we hadn't gotten these tarps up when we did. So I can't say enough about how much I appreciate my dad. And so I just wanted to give you guys an update. A couple people had asked to make sure that I was still, not floating away here. So I wanted to give a quick update and share what's been going on. And I've been a little absent. I can tell you that having so much to do is so overwhelming. And so it's been tough. It's been hard to find where to start, to find the mental fortitude to just pick a spot and go and do the work. So that's what I've started to do today, is I started in the kitchen, and I'm going to work my way around just a little bit by little bit, and eventually we'll get things back under control. But so far so good. The tarps are holding really well, and I'm excited that I could share that with you. So I hope that you guys are having a great Sunday and staying dry. It's already rained this morning, and so we'll just keep on working over here on the homestead. Talk to you guys next time I see you. Thanks so much for watching. Take care. Bye-bye for now.